Everyone, we're here at my favorite status spot. I mean, the architecture here, the obese and angry people exiting this building, the fact that it's probably the ugliest thing in Swinton, apart from me. Anyway, chatting to the sergeant. His name is Sergeant Alex Tracy. I'm sure he won't mind me saying that. Nice enough guy. Seems like a decent policeman, not one of the pigs, so I would never call him a pig because he seems like a nice guy. And the way I see it individually, if people are good to you, if people are kind to you, if people treat you with respect, you should at the very least do the same for them. Like, I think about voluntary action a lot, and the state versus voluntary action, and my worry, and this is evidence throughout history, is that when a group of freedom fighters eventually do get their freedom, what do? They voluntarily set up a gang or a state or a government. They just do it again and again. Che Guevara and Fidel Castro, they did it. What did the Christians do when, Christianity became mainstream and fought against the Romans? They set up the fucking Vatican and all that bullshit and started controlling people's minds and so forth, to the point where 2,000 years later, 13-year-old girls in Ireland are committing suicide because they have their period, and the priest has convinced them that concentrated blood coming out of your vagina is a sign of the devil, and then they commit suicide. But in my interview, the reason why I mentioned Sergeant Tracy at the start of this is that we were going through the statement and so forth about the angry fake cop and so forth, and the statement was very easy because from when the angry fake cop approached me to when he got led away by the arm by the female officer at the end, the entire interaction was recorded in full HD with good audio. And so there is nothing he can say in his defense to try and say, oh, but I didn't say that, oh, I didn't do that, oh, I didn't touch him, I didn't claim to be a policeman, because it is all documented. And in the universe, like, if you watch True Detective, Rust will tell you about this, about nothing is actually moving, there is no space-time, the entire quantum superposition of the universe is actually just there to be looked at. But this got me thinking. The government, the state, the act of taxation to raise money to do amazing enterprises or terrible corrupt enterprises, these things, if run by good people, could be incredible. And it's just because, people become against state, they get against government, because sniveling little psychopaths who love power, who love, to have authority, control freakery. I did a video here, 4 minutes long, control freakery explained in 4 minutes. They are able to do their stupid, psychopathic, controlling, low-watt, gurgling deeds in the darkness, because no one's watching them. But here's a suggestion. How about if to be a public official, to be a mayor, to be a prime minister, to be a police officer, if you want to be a public servant, then your every move must be recorded. Everything you say must be recorded 24 hours a day. And people say, oh, that's the surveillance state gone mad. If we look at evidence in America of police forces who are then forced to wear cameras, police brutality claims and assaults have gone down 60%. Video evidence, audio evidence is very good. It doesn't affect good people. If you're running around being free, having a good time like me, I record everything I do. And I've had people in the past, fucking assholes, secretly record me. And I was explaining this to the sergeant yesterday. Here's another thing, very quick tangent. I cannot have a civilized conversation with the police without them thinking that I'm secretly recording them. Let me just put it out there. I do not secretly record people because it happened to me and I hated the asshole that did it. Nothing is more cowardly. Yeah, look, fair enough. I've said this before. If you're going to catch a murderer or a rapist or some massive conspiracy of people doing very evil things, yes, wear a wire, catch them out wearing secret recordings. But for the purposes of what I do with my channel, everything is out in the open. So look, we have the framework. We have the skeleton of good and wonder. If only good people were in government, and one thing evil hates most of all is exposure in the sunshine. And if public officials, like the mayor here, he earns $70,000 a year, drives around in the big Jaguar, if these people had 24 hours a day surveillance on them, because good deeds are out in the open, nobody worries about being filmed doing good deeds. Reminds me of a story actually. Ashton, this one's for you, mate. I was at, when we stopped the BMP van, blah, 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 we were on the town hall just over there. And there I was, just hanging out, topless, enjoying the sun. And this guy comes up to me with a camera and he just starts filming me, right in my face, filming me. And the thought that went through my head was like, fair enough. I'm in a public place. If you've seen my videos, maybe he's turning the tide on me. He's turning the equation round on me. We'll see how you like it, Charlie. And I was totally happy with it. I started smiling. I was like, yeah, carry on. And it turns out he was a friend and he turned up because I did the shout out and subsequently we became mates. Anyway, good deeds are done in the light, under surveillance, and evil deeds are done with people who need secrecy. Like when I got that fucking Sir Richard Dearlove at Cambridge University when he started going, nah, 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 we don't like WikiLeaks, we are the government. He is the ex-head of MI6, the British CIA. Anyway, fuck everything, enough of this video. The colour's back because Baby Boo's life's not dying anymore. And if you can, please send a donation so that we can make the film to free a man, the 35-year sentence. If we can get him out, he's been in there 7 years. Please do send a donation. Veitch@gmail.com is the PayPal to send money, or go to indigene.org.uk to send a donation that way. Thank you.